member for Herbert. The question is that the motion be agreed to. The member for Forrest.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I certainly support this motion, and I commend Minister Ken Wyatt, who is at the desk at this time, for his decision to call this Royal Commission. Many people, as the minister is aware, choose my electorate in the southwest of Western Australia to come to retirement. It is a fabulous part of the world, and I expect that perhaps the minister, when he comes back to where he was born in Bunbury, could well be part of the retirement group that actually exists in my fantastic electorate in the southwest of Western Australia. But we all know that one of the great measures of a society is how well we treat our elderly citizens. These wonderful generations who have come before us, who certainly deserve our respect and our care. Elderly Australians really expect that the care that is provided, it's not only elderly Australians, it's their families as well. We, the families, expect that the care that is provided in residential aged care facilities is of the highest quality. The families, like us, also expect that level of service. And we do have so many wonderful facilities around Australia, and certainly in my part of the world in the southwest, I have aged care facilities providing, all I can say is beautiful care to people. And it's the sort of place that you walked into and you would think, if I was the person, when it's my turn, if I need permanent residential care, that this is the type of wonderful facility that I would like to be in. And really that's what we want, that's what the government wants, and that's what this Royal Commission will actually help to achieve. We know that as a result of recent inspections and some very well publicised incidents that Minister Wyatt and the Prime Minister announced the Royal Commission. There were too many incidents that certainly couldn't be overlooked. The evidence was there. We know that we do have some of the finest facilities anywhere in the world. However, what we've seen through the unannounced audit process and the identified evidence that there are certainly in some facilities very serious risks. For example, a 170% increase in services with serious risks identified in just the past year alone. A 292% increase in services with significant non-compliance. One service being shut down by the Department of Health every month. 154 notices of non-compliance. That's a 185% increase, and sanctions of up to 136%. And these are the very facts that the government and the minister have been presented with. And it does make really tough reading. This means that some 2,000 residents out of what is a group of just over 200,000 who are living in residential aged care, and over 80,000 who are living with in-home care support, including those who received that within the retirement villages, were impacted by these incidents. And some 300 had to be placed in other services. And for both the individual and the families, that is very tough, a very tough issue to deal with. Now, I know, having had to make the decision myself with my family, that one of the hardest decisions any of us make is when we are entrusted with the complete care, in a sense, of our families, because they need a level of care that we cannot provide in a home or in their home. It's the complete type of care that is needed when high-level residential care is required. And whether it's your parents, whether it's your partner or husband or wife, a dad, an auntie or uncle, whoever it is, or even a young person, they are very, very hard decisions. And these decisions need to be made with confidence in the care that they will receive. That's what we want to know. When our people we love go into care, We want to know they have got the right level of care, which is why the government has called the Royal Commission, and I commend the Minister for this action.
The question is